Fuck it!
Okay, so we're back. We hinted to the first one. The first one, if you hadn't guessed, it's a very lovable, chubby fighter. It's King Hippo.
King Hippo! King Hippo!
One of our favourite games, which is...
Well, you've seen us do the challenge. Well, hopefully you've seen us do the challenge.
If you didn't, go watch it.
King Hippo is
Dicks.
easy to beat.
Yeah, he is.
He's harder than the original.
Even... Yes, and he's... The second fight is a bit tedious. Anyway,
We're not here to talk about him.
reason we want him, more heavies for Smash Bros.
More heavies!
Well,
More heavies!
that's how I feel. How do you feel about more heavies?
To be fair, it would make sense, because who do we really have? We have Ganondorf, we have Bowser, we have Donkey Kong,
Ike, DDD.
Yeah. Ike and DDD. That's 5.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6 in total. Anyway,
You know, not many.
Too, but he's not like
5 out of about 50. You know,
Yeah.
10% are heavies in a 3-class system.
Yeah.
It's a bit disproportionate.
Anyway, well, that's true of everything, but I still feel we should have one or two more. So with King Hippo, once again, lots of his moves are going to have to be kind of, you know, things that they... With people like Shovel Knight,
Innovate.
there's almost something with everything. Yeah, there's going to have to be lots of innovation here. So if some of our ideas are a bit out there, I apologise. But if they're in there, then send us your money in the mail and we'll make it happen. And we won't, so don't send us money.
No, I'll make it happen if you send
you won't!
I will put him
Don't
in
lie
there.
to
I can
people.
put him in there.
No, you
I
can't.
can get him in
Don't
there.
make a crap mod for
Shit!
fucking...
I was going to just stick him into Project M.
Anyway.
I was going to be honest.
Yeah, I figured that out. So, let's just think about what we want. So special moves. Let's start with the neutral bit. I'm thinking maybe something similar to the wind-up punch of Donkey Kong. Like a big charging thing and then a big... Maybe not like a wind-up like that, but something that you can charge that you can then later unleash for big damage.
Yeah, so how would you do that for King Hippo?
Maybe go like... Maybe it could kind of be like, kind of like a Warlock punch sort of thing. Something that you don't charge and then release, but something that has a big wind-up and then a big payoff.
Yeah.
Maybe with more range, but more range and less charge up, but far less damage or something.
Yeah. Because the Warlock Punch and the Falcon Punch are unbelievably slow, but they have unbelievable power. You wouldn't want that kind of power putting into something where it's just kind of like...
Yeah. So, yeah. That's that sort of thing. His recovery. I'm thinking low jump, slow recovery. He's big. He's not recovering for shit. He can't be recovering much.
It's kind of just like...
Like Little Mac, I feel like, you know, like a real boxer, most of his good moves should be based on the ground.
The only real problem is his recovery somehow has to be shitter than Lil Max in reality.
Well, yes, but I'd say actually make it either equal or slightly better because, you know, we have limitations to work on, and you know, if he has a lower jump than.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, if we make his aerials better, but his ground game far worse.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think what it could be. You couldn't really make him bounce off the ropes. You couldn't really do a big hefty jump. I'm just trying to think what you could really do. Not really.
Make a DDD-esque thing, but not as high.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so like a kind of like a big kind of like belly flop back onto the thing. Yeah.
Just kind of somehow finds a way to force himself upwards.
Yeah.
Like DDD does. He kind of just goes, whoop.
So imagine half the height of DDD's and maybe a bit slower, but with maybe like when it hits, like more of a real oomph, like a boom.
Like a proper shot.
Like a nuke's just landed.
Like, just give it a shot off quickly.
Yeah. Keep talking. Forward B. So half the height, but with more of an oomph. Could use that for forward B.
Forward B, are we doing? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, forward B.
I'd say maybe give him a command slot.
Okay, go on.
Like Warriors, but make it forward B. Well, kind of make it like a big kind of true, like a big hug sort of thing, like
So, almost nick the move off Bear Hug, almost.
Yeah, kind of. And then from there, you can do different things. Like, or from there, like, he does like a Wario-esque kind of like squeeze and then throws him out or something.
What? So it's kind of like when you beat it, it's like.
Yeah, kind of like kind of like a Wario thing, except
It's like a bear hug.
Yeah.
It's a bear hug.
Yes,
In essence.
less used defensively, and more kind of like on the offensive. So like kind of slower, but when you get hit by it, more of a punish. Like maybe the chuck out.
It's kind of a cornering tool almost, like a big corner punish.
Yeah, like the throwing out of it could maybe kill at high percent at the edge, and maybe make each kind of like, well, squeeze as opposed to a chomp be more damage.
Yeah.
And now for his down B, I'm thinking sort of a kind of like a Bowser-esque kind of like move, and then kind of a big squash kind of move.
See, what I always thought, and I thought this would have worked better as a dash attack, is literally almost not moving forward, but DDD's belly flop kind of thing.
You mean like DDD's dashing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that could be used as a dash attack or as down B in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
I'm also just trying to think what else you could do with it. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like we said, these are getting more and more vague as we go along because they have less and less
that you can work off of.
Yeah. Because Shovel Knight had an unbelievable amount you could work off of.
With his smash attacks, well, I would suggest a kind of his down smash should be the kind of the overarching
kind of
like a big kind of squash.
It's just kind of move.
Yes. His forward smash.
Shandy Drunken Elliot. There's the Shandy.
And there's the Elliot. Oh shit! Oh crap!
And there's the Elliot. Okay.
Can't see. Up smash.
That's one of the ones where you'll probably just have to innovate and go uppercut, really.
Yeah.
Kind of a poof.
Or kind of like a two-fisted. Or this is getting kind of
out
there, but he could like use the pot lid that he gets in the second form and just like kind of go like.
You mean the manhole cover?
Yes, sorry, not pot lid.
He looks at a pot lid and he's like,
no.
No.
Yeah, the manhole cover, and he just kind of like. In fact, no, maybe you can make all his smashes or all his tilts based around using the pot. Like, shit! The manhole cover. Like, can you imagine if all his tilts are like the down tilt is like a kind of like a tripping thing, the side tilt's like the up tilt's like a kind of like an uppercut with it.
See,
interesting.
It would work for the tilts, not for the heavier attacks, in my opinion.
Not for the smashes.
Yeah, not for the smashes.
For the smashers, we'll stick with a kind of a big down punch for the down. Forward smash might just have to be like a kind of little.
I think it's kind of, you know, when he kind of goes.
Oh yeah, for
just
the
speed it up
smash.
a bit.
Yeah, for the forward smash.
Yeah.
And the up smash, I'd say just like a two-fisted.
Yeah, just kind of. Screw you!
For the aerials, one of them for me has to be like one of these.
Okay, go on, show us.
Which is one where he basically just kind of belly flops outwards. You'll see it. I think it's neutral, but I don't really play as DD yet. I'm not sure. Well, not online. Yeah, like that. You see it's just like boom. And people use it with fast form. Yeah, it's just a kind of like stuff
Just
like
kind of spread and let my body do the work.
Rest of his aerials, I'd say, are literally little Maskix, just kind of futile swings and
just
like
little
kind of
punches in the air.
Yeah,
Maybe a bit slower than Lil Max.
Slower, more knockback.
Yeah,
but not great still.
Yeah.
Still kind of weak in the air, I'd say.
So if we just take out Lil Max, give a little demo.
Because Metal Mac is worse than
Lil Max is the worst air character in history.
He's the worst in
this game.
Well, no, bad recovery, bad aerials, and easy to knock out.
AKA shit in the air.
Yeah, but on the ground, kick butt if you play him right.
Yep.
Shit. Right, that's crap.
Yeah.
Yay, 2% back air. What the fuck is this back air? Down air. I've never gone. Shit, that sucks. You have to be directly above. And he's up air. Yay. Can't even hit people.
So yeah, with those kind of
But
things.
then you do that, and it's great.
And then you can knock him out. And then you die because your recovery sucks.
Yeah, it really sucks. Well, that's all we can do. A throw, once again, probably be another form of a kind of a big bear huggy grab, where you'll squeeze them.
I like how you keep just wandering off.
Sorry, I'm getting my drink. Sorry, Scotty. I'm sick.
If you think at least a toss to like the video.
No, well, or just like it because you don't think that and you enjoy it. That'll work too.
I'm gonna presume you think it's a tosser either way, so.
I'm gonna presume they don't and they just like the video. Because I'm.
Because you're here. No reason. It's just Elliot is the moneymaker. He is the factor that means everyone loves the video.
Anyway.
You know we said King Hippo would not be in depth? It's taken nearly as long as Paper Mario already.
Well, all I can really say for throws is some kind of like shunts outwards and maybe one kind of like Bowser's where he falls forwards onto them for the downfall.
Okay. And then that leaves...
Final smash.
And taunts.
I got... Taunts would be things like his going like...
Yeah.
Eating a pineapple.
Yeah, he's like... Whoop.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like his in-between round thing.
Yes, and adjusting the crown and stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that.
And the final smash...
Down taunt would be his pants falling down.
Yes. And his final smash would be... Giga Kick.
Giga Kick. That'll just take up the whole screen.
The chops. I want. You know what? If you have an idea, give us the fucking idea because we haven't got one.
Maybe it'd just be kind of. It'd be the kind of thing where it'd be like a combo thing. Like it'd be a single man hit, where it'd be kind of like, you know, when you get stuck on him and he's like. His second mode where he kind of combos this.
Yeah, maybe. But like a really big, powerful.
Yeah. I don't know how you that unbelievably powerful, but I'm sure you could find a way. Maybe having belly flop on them at the end. Just having flash in them, like.
Yeah. And then just that dip.
Sort of,
you don't get to play again.
You know, kick over, it's kind of difficult to come up with something for an enemy that's seen twice in the whole game.
Well, that's done. Let's see. Who did I hint to next? Ah, yes. It turns out the personal Kirby, that's Bandana D.
Bandana D!
Now,
Aha!
To do Bandana D, I would suggest we put in the game, but I don't think we bother to do that. Because we're arse. Or did you want to pause this and put the game in so we can actually see what Bandana D's moves are?
Yep, just give me a sec.
Okay, we'll cut back to the next one. Come back. Okay, we're back. We've now done some experience with Bandana D. We'll start with the specials. Up special definitely has to be this. Basically, you'll have control of it, kind of like Rob. So you make a little copy of your spear and you float around for a certain amount of time before it runs out and you fall. We kind of said that we felt like if you're above the spears, you should get hit as if you're being hit by Rob's robo arms. Like it kind of holds you in place and does minor damage each second, like maybe 2% a second for a total of like 12 or something. And then there's no knockback at the end, you just kind of fall. But it's something like that, you know?
Yep.
We decided that his forward special should probably be the javelin throw. So, you know, give him a kind of an arcing projectile. And maybe if you hold the button, you get all three. Like that.
Yep.
Let's see, let's think down special.
Down
This is something
special.
we have to think of.
So down special's kind of an odd one for Bandana D, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, you're looking for something
that he doesn't really have. You're gonna have to mix something up.
So you're looking for something they could possibly do. Maybe some kind of sphere counter or something odd.
Maybe. I feel like we have quite a few people that counter already, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just trying to think what it could be. this sounds weird. But he
Uh-huh.
could kind of like put his spear down and do like a little javelin thing to get him first across the stage and make himself like kind of like have a hitbox. So he goes like
Oh, I get what you mean.
and javelin off people.
You don't mean a javelin, you mean like a high jump pole.
Yeah, sorry. You're like sorry. So he kind of like
Like a
plants it
vault.
down. Yeah, vault, and then he vaults off it, and it makes it kind of like he does that sort of thing, kind of like Little Mac's arc where you can't recover after it,
Yeah.
sort of thing. And then when he lands, he like pulls another spear out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that'd be good.
So that just leaves a neutral special.
Yes.
Which could be something quite simple.
Like a chargeable spear thrust.
Yeah, or something that just kind of has him not cop to it, but maybe just spin the spear around him a little bit.
Oh, I see it. Like reflects projectiles.
Yeah.
So kind of
So
like
he kind of makes a little shield almost out of it.
kind of like oh, we can maybe cut this, but we won't bother. Smash Bros. Brawl Pits forwards bit.
Yeah. If I can find it online, then I'll cut to it.
Yeah.
Like Van Damme D, I'd like to just keep this game in.
Yeah. Okay, now to his tilt stuff. Jab combo will definitely do this, starting with one and then into a flurry of spears and then a finish with one, I think. That one has decent knockback, specifically the last bit. Forward like that.
Side tilt. I have a feeling that'll just be a nice, powerful jab.
Like, you mean just a BAM! Oh, sorry, a thrust forward like that.
Yeah.
And then the back tilt almost the same, but maybe a bit slower and even, like, maybe slower and weaker. Like,
Doesn't he have like a back thrust or
He
something?
does. It's basically, you have to do the, in this game you have to do the front forward first, but that's kind of dumb. You have to do this.
Oh, okay.
So basically, make it basically almost a copy and paste of the front, but behind. Actually, wait, no,
Yeah.
you don't have a back tilt on the ground. I'm done. You just turn around.
Oh, yeah.
Up tilt is that.
Yeah.
I'd say. Or this is his up smash.
That might be his up smash. I'd say the up tilt's more just a kind of small little...
Maybe from like below him, he kind of like this is a bit upwards in like an arc like this. Like
Yeah.
he goes, "Whoa." Or maybe that could be his up smash. You could kind of interchange.
Yeah.
Um.
Okay, so since we're talking about smashes, we might as well get onto the other three smashes.
Yes.
The other two smashes, even.
A down smash, yeah, could be either like a big kind of like low lunge forwards with the thing.
Or,
He
this is
could-
going to sound odd, but have him kind of handstand on the spear and spin it on the ground.
Yeah, like almost. Well, I was gonna think something like that, but I'd maybe have it more be like kind of like Schultz, where he goes to the ground and kind of spins the sword around in a big circle.
Yeah, that'd work.
But with the spear, something like that. Kind of, or maybe kind of like the copter, but he's doing it below.
Yeah, that's...
Well, what you said sounded
Yeah.
like he's bouncing on the spear and twiddling it, which is weird. And
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Well,
and then his forward smash, I'd probably just make it kind of like a big, and then a really big thrust forwards.
yeah.
So it's like, unfortunately, that would just do this.
Come back here!
I can go pretty high.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, now for his aerials. His down air, this, kind of like Toon Links,
Yeah.
I would suggest. His up air could probably be just like his up tilt, but in the air, literally just a bump in the air, like this.
Yeah.
His forward in the air, I kind of feel like his forward, what he should do is he should be like, you're in the air, you press his forwards, and then he should kind of like, to get his spear out, kind of fall onto the point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So he just kind of like, if he's in the air, he just goes, whoop, like it.
So what does he do backwards? Just kind of go... whoop.
Yeah, well,
Backwards, or-
I think a backwards should either just be like a swing backwards or another
Yeah, or
jab
maybe just a little...
backwards. Yeah.
So
That leaves
neutral air.
a neutral air might just want a little jab forward to the spear.
Okay.
So it's just like that, but much shorter.
Yeah. Okay.
Now grab. He could either just have a kind of Kirby-esque kind of short range, well not short range, but a kind of a quick grab, and from there his pummel could maybe be like a little slap or something.
Yeah.
And his throws, they probably wouldn't be anything too special. They'd probably just be things where he'd like push them away with the spear, or like use the spear to flip
Yeah.
them in the air.
The pummel would simply just be take like maybe the hilt of the spear and kind of start going
Yeah, or just like
to
a
the side of him.
little punch, kind of like Kirby. We've talked about, I think, everything now apart
Taunts
from...
and final.
Yes. Final Smash could be the combined attack that he does with people. or it could be like some super maybe
Bring back the big gay dance.
Yeah.
Have Bandana D be the leader.
but he has a bunch of like little
D soldiers.
Yeah, maybe. Or you could have something like, I know it doesn't really exist, but basically equivalent to Kirby's Megazord, but like a big like kind of a spear thrust on the like bottom of the screen and then like on the top half of the screen. So he goes like forward off screen.
That's more.
Forward.
So that's more like the dragon one.
Yeah,
the
kind of like
one.
the dragon, but with a kind of a spear aesthetic, or make it kind of like make something that's kind of similar to Critical Hit.
Yeah. It's just a massive spear strike.
His taunts. Well, his that could be relatively low, but one of his taunts he could always kind of like retie his bandana, or he could like kind of look at and kind of like check the point of the spear. He could also do some of his cute Kirby stuff like because
Maybe the wave, the kind of little.
yeah, the little he could do a little dance. He could like kind of do a little pogo on the spear, bounce on it.
The pogo on the sphere. That'd be interesting, just like a little boing 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 on his sphere.
Yes. Yeah. Also,
So-
I would say that as well as his recovery, he would have kind of like DDD and Kirby, multiple jumps like this. Although maybe make
Like
it
all the Kirby characters.
maybe make it less dumb. Yeah, like that too. But like this is dumb. I'm gonna be honest. Whoever's choice it was, just make him just go. No. It's kind of up to
See, I'd have just made him. Like, I know in
it's
later
much-
games he just doesn't float.
Yeah, like maybe
He
make
has a double jump and that's it.
maybe make him just have a double jump and not float like most Smash Bros characters. Maybe make him not float. It'd be interesting.
Where's it by someone just not float? Rainbow Paintbrush. That's it. Like the new one that's on the Wii U.
Yeah. But I mean, I wouldn't mind if he, would do this. Just make it kind of represented better than him just kind of derping out in the air. Because that's what it is.
Can I just check something earlier? What is Bandana D's team attack when
Oh, how do we do this again?
A
And then what do we do?
release?
3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go.
So it's a spear and then it launches out a few different
You do
projectiles.
something like that for the first match.
His is actually one of the better team attacks.
Yeah,
It's better than Meta Knight's and Kirby's.
It might be lower damaging.
Still, in a region where you'd really want to be using that, apart from in boss fights, that's pretty damn effective.
Well, that's also interesting. Maybe you can have one of his aerials be what's it called? Kind of similar to what's it called? Villager's slingshot. Kind of a shorter range kind of throw forward of one of his spears.
Yep.
Anyway, I'd say that's enough Bandana D. Well, we did say we were going to do one more person, but well, we could either. I'm a bit tired, so we can either film it later and cut it in, or we could just push it back to the.
We'll push it back because time is of the essence anyway, because King Hippo took a lot longer than we thought he would.
What time has this whole thing been?
It's been about 25 minutes now between the two.
Okay, so a little shorter than the last one, but well, I hope you enjoyed the second episode of Quantum Chat, and we'll be back next time, probably with 2 or 3 again. Definitely expect the one hinted to last time from Mario and Luigi.
Wait,
are you going to choose one?
Expect another Mario character. A prominent figure who we all know and is not in Smash Bros.
Because we all love, and if you don't love him, or
You're
no,
a dick.
wait, he's not in Smash Bros? I thought he was.
Well, he is in Smash Bros, but he's not a fighter.
Okay, that makes that one quite obvious, but who cares?
It does, but
And the last person we'll talk about,
let's be honest, he's called the Stig.
fuck, piss off. The last character that we may or may not talk about next time, we'll just say they're a messy character. Well, next time.